So where's that regular car?
A Tesla?
What happened?
The roof is leaking.
The roof is leaking. That's not a good way to start the series, is it? Not
Probably
really.
not.
Not really. So our car's in service, right? It's kind of an old car. You know how old it is? Remember how old
Couple
it is?
years.
A couple years. It's 7 years old as of
7?
next month. Next month, in April, it's going to be 7 years old.
Whoa.
Because there's a little tag on the side of the car that says this car was made in April 2013.
Was?
Yeah. So way back then, Tesla was making like what, maybe 2,000 cars a month. At most. So when Tesla started making cars, it was around like November, December 2012. Okay. The first month of production, they had like maybe 900 cars.
900?
900 cars. Not too much, is it? Not really. So every month they got a little bit better, better. And they started making, by the time they got to our car in April, they probably made about maybe less than 10,000 cars. So our car was one of the first 10,000 cars that Tesla made. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Do you like that car?
I still like it.
You still like it? Does it feel old?
No, it still feels pretty new.
When we go out on trips, does it feel like an old car compared to the rentals that we get? Or do the rentals feel like they're old cars?
The rentals,
The rentals feel like old
Yeah.
cars? How come?
they just have that old feeling.
They have an old feeling? You know, those rentals that we get are like newer than our Model
Yeah.
S, right? They're a lot newer. It's because of the gas engine,
Yeah.
really. It doesn't have like the big screen over here, the big 17-inch screen. It
No.
doesn't have that, so it just can't really see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you know what my first dream car was?
No.
No. My first car that I really liked was a Dodge Viper.
What's a Dodge Viper?
Dodge, you don't know what a Dodge Viper is?
No.
So it's a like really big American muscle car, right? It's had this huge long hood, right? And underneath the hood you have this like gigantic V10 engine, right? And it's a really loud and brutal machine. If you didn't know how to drive it, it would bite you. Okay, it's really dangerous car if you didn't know how to drive it and if you got up to speed. But it's a really pretty car. When I actually started driving in college and stuff like that, right? I had a old Toyota from your granddad, and then later on I started driving BMWs. So when I started driving, I kind of felt like, okay, well the styling's kind of nice of the new BMWs. They had all the performance and stuff like that. It's like driving a race car, but you had some seats in the back. You had a nice little trunk. But over the years, you know what happened?
What?
Aside from the styling, nothing changed in the cars.
Nothing?
When Tesla came around, what'd they do?
What did they do?
They got in their first car, the little roadster car, right?
Yeah.
They got the chassis of a little Lotus sports car, loaded it with a whole bunch of laptop batteries, right? Connected all laptop batteries together, and then connected those to a little electric motor.
Electric motor.
A little electric motor went in the back of the car, right? That's where it should go, right? Tesla said, "Oh yeah, we want to build a sports car, so the best sports cars have electric or engines in the back, right? So driving the rear wheels, and that's what they did." And I think they sold it for like $150,000 a piece.
150?
$150,000, and they sold out of them. Right? Everyone said, "Oh my gosh, it's got this really cool electric car. It's really quick. It's not like slow electric cars in the past, right?" But they built this really cool electric car, and that's when I realized, oh my gosh, this little Californian company, they thought about it. They said, "Let's change everything up." And I was like, oh my God, they did it right. And I started following them, right? And I started following the news, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're going to make another more affordable car." which is the car that we got, the Model S, right?
Model
So
S.
obviously, our car, it's this car. Well, not this car because it's a loaner, but same car. Fit 5 adults, right? Sophia could sit back here, right? You sit in the back. Mommy can sit over here. Uncle Andrew can sit back there too, right? I can drive. So that was the first car. The Model S was the first car where it's like it's built for the modern world. That's what I really like about it. And it's internet connected, so we could be in Hawaii and we can check on the car at the airport, right? And in the car you can play games if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
that's what I like too.
Yeah. What's your favorite game?
Racing buggies.
Oh, that's a good one. I know you're really good at that one. But that's isn't that what a modern car should look like,
Yeah.
right? Internet connected. You have a nice big screen where you can do stuff when you're not driving, right? After all these years, Tesla building all these cars is that, it's kind of giving me a chance to look back a little bit and makes me realize that, we gave Tesla a chance a long time ago.
We did.
Yeah, we gave them a chance. We bought their car, the Model S,
Oh.
right? We bought the Model S. We gave them a chance, even though, we could have got any other car, right? And I love, BMW. But we gave Tesla a chance, knowing that, their cars weren't as good quality-wise, the fit and finish-wise, how all the pieces fit together. They weren't as good as all the other, luxury makers. Because all the other car makers out there, they've been doing this for like 100 years, 70, 50, 100 years, right? So, but the thing is that this car reminded me of my favorite car, my first dream car, which was the Dodge Viper. Because it felt like it had all the muscle power, right? You step on the accelerator and how fast does it go?
Very fast.
Really quick. How does it feel when we go really fast?
Like zoom.
That's right. So it pushes you all the way back in the back of your seat, right? It feels like a spaceship to me, right?
Same.
Doesn't it sound like the Enterprise?
Oh yeah, like the.
You like the whir of the electric motor? Me too. I like that. Then the newer cars, like this one, it's a lot quieter. You don't really hear the electric motor in the back, right? But I like the electric whir of our car. But just to compare, okay? Our car with the Viper, right? Big American muscle car from 1993.
1993.
So the Viper go to 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds.
4.5 seconds.
4.5 seconds. And it has 400 horsepower, around 400 horsepower, with 462 pound-feet of torque. Do you know what torque is?
What's torque?
Torque is rotational speed, rotational energy. Okay. And it weighed 3,400 pounds.
3,400.
Remember some of these numbers. Our car from 2013, 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. So it's 1 second slower. Okay. And we have 302 horsepower and more than 300 pound-feet of torque. So it doesn't push you back into your seat when we're going super fast as well as a Viper does. And our car weighs 1,000 pounds more.
1,000.
Yeah.
That's what it
That's
says.
a lot because it's probably a lot of batteries. But we can carry 5 adults instead of just 2 adults in a Viper.
Yeah, that's good.
And the door handles pop out of our car instead of reaching in. And the doors actually open because the Viper, when you sit in the sun, the doors expand and you can't open the door, right? And we have a big, trunk in the back and a big truck in the front, right? So we can carry a lot of stuff. So it's kind of a crazy comparison, but our car from 2013 can still be a really good match for brand new electric and gas sports cars
Really?
today, right? So that Viper from 1993 has a pretty much the same specifications as a BMW M4 Coupe 2-seater.
Okay.
So they can perform pretty well, but we can carry 5 adults and a lot of cargo. So I'd rather have, you know,
This car?
this car, our car, with all you all in the car plus a whole bunch of luggage in the back, right? Versus a small little coupe, right? Where it just be me and mommy going, and I leave you, behind somewhere with like Nana with grandparents, right? That wouldn't be fun,
Sad.
would it? Yeah, that would be sad. So anyway, I don't want to look at the numbers all the time in our YouTube channel, okay? Because there are a lot of people who already do that, right? There's a lot of really great channels out there, but I do want to look at it from your point of view,
Okay.
right? A family point of view, because I'm not the only one in the car, right? You're gonna be in the car, Sophia's in the car, right? Mommy's in the car. So I'm gonna look at it from a family point of view to see, what we do as a family. Because I drop you off to school sometimes. Mommy drops you off at school. Mommy has her own car. Mommy has a Model 3. Right? Do you like Mommy's Model 3?
Yeah, I like it too.
Which one's better? Old car, my old car, or Mommy's newer Model 3?
Mom's newer Model 3.
Why? I heard.
Because it has like the 27-inch screen.
It has a 15-inch screen,
Yeah, the 15-inch screen.
but I have a 17-inch screen.
I just like it where it pops out.
Okay, it sticks out a little
Yeah,
bit.
it sticks
Okay.
out
Is it more comfortable?
a little.
That car's a little bit more comfortable, even though this car is bigger.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to get a new car?
This one's fine.
This one's okay. So that's kind of the stuff that we'll look at. Okay. So we know what it's like to have an electric car. And that's what we're going to share with everyone, right? You can share with your friends, their parents, stuff like that. Okay. We're going to share what we love and what we know about electric cars to everyone who watches. Okay. And that's what I kind of want to do, to give people a view who might not have an electric car, or even if they do, maybe they're upgrading or something like that, to give everyone a view of, hey, this is what we do as a family, right? And we can share the great stuff about electric cars, the not so great stuff, like our car's in service and we have a loaner car, which took 2 hours to get.
Yeah, 2
Right.
hours.
Which kind
Not
of
so long.
sucks. Yeah, long wait. Sorry, but you got to see other cars there, right? You got to play with them.
Yeah, I gotta play with all the other cars, bigger cars. Way
Bigger-
bigger cars.
Bigger cars you want to get.
Yeah, I wanna get big cars.
You got to get money. Daddy's got no money. So, yeah, we're going to share all these things with everyone out there. Okay?
Yeah, with everyone.
And we're also going to see what the car industry is going to be doing over the next few years. Because this year, you know what's going to happen this year?
What's gonna happen?
There are a lot of car makers announcing new cars, new electric cars.
They
I'm
are.
really excited about it. And it's not just Tesla, but other American makers are going to be announcing a lot of really big cars really soon. And I want to see what they are. I really want to, because we need to make the change from gas to electric.
Yeah, it's gonna be helping the environment a lot.
It would be. It would be. So I want to see what other car makers are going to be doing about it. Right? Especially General Motors, because they just announced that they're going to be making one new electric car per year for the next 10 years or something like that.
Really?
Something like that, right? So they're going to have a lot of big SUVs, finally. There are going to be a lot of new electric trucks, finally, right? They're going to have huge electric motors, huge battery packs, because they can, right? Finally, they're going to be doing something about it. So let's see where this trip takes us. Let's
Okay.
charge up. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.